What's happening, guys? Nick is here once again, bringing you something a little bit different today. As I'm sure you are all aware, the Xbox 360 actually gets the map packs at least a month earlier than the PlayStation does. So this video is pretty much a bit of information for the PlayStation users out there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick run through of the maps. I'm just going to run around, show you what's what, and yeah, that's about it. Obviously, if you've got Elite and you've got an Xbox 360, this video is not really meant for you. But if you want to watch it, see if you can pick up some new tips, feel free to do so. I'm not really a guy for giving tips, don't get me wrong. I'm not the best player. I usually get my tips off other people. But yeah, we'll see what goes on. I don't want to start down here. I want to start elsewhere. How do I do this? How do I change teams? No, I don't want to do that. Oh my god, I failed so bad. There we go, okay. Right, this is my preferred starting location. I don't know anything. I've pretty much always started down here. Or up here, should I say. There's a lot of stairs in this map. So anyway, my opening route for this this little bit would be just to run straight through here. And jump up there. And then cocky grenade. Cookie grenade, not cocky. Oh my god, this is terrible. And basically, over that building, I think I messed that up, really. I don't think it's going to do it. But over that building, there is a car, which I will run to now. And I'll kind of... There we go, you saw it blow up. If you get your nade spot on, you'll actually probably land right underneath the car or through a window or something like that. And it'll blow up pretty instantly. And the nice thing is, like as you saw before, the enemy team spawn over here. Their opening route is usually up here, and then boom, they are dead. I've picked up quite a few nice 3-4 piece kills by doing that, and I'm sure you can see why it's really effective. I've not found one for the other side yet. Like I said, I've never actually played a game and started on the other side. But yeah, anyway, like that matters. The next thing that I'd like to mention is I believe A flag is here. You don't spawn there for A though, for domination. A flag is here. There's not really that many cap spots for it, if I'm honest. The only thing that I would like to mention is going prone here won't cut it. You've got to make sure, because there's a back alley here that everybody seems to forget about. So if you've got a claymore, pop yourself a claymore down there. And always make sure you've got somebody watching this general area, because there's a nice little route. There's pretty much a route to lead to every single location on this map. It's so twisty and turny, but it's a really fun, fast-paced map to play. But if I was to cap A, I would just go prone here, make sure I'm watching this door, and kind of watching over there. Claymore should watch you back there, obviously, and then you always need to make sure that you've got somebody checking there for you. Yeah, anyway, that's A flag. One thing that I'd like to mention on this map, Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All in particular. In fact, I don't think you can actually play Free-for-All on this map, but I would assume that this would go for free-for-all. A lot of people actually like to camp around here, because obviously they get to see people running through there. All you have to do is kind of run and then spray them. It's easy as that. And as well as that, you get people camping in this corner as well, purely because they're proper difficult to see, really. You know, they blend in with the shrubbery. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. I don't really see this passageway being used all that much, but like I said, I've only played a few games on here. But yeah, this is probably going to be the way that you got. Say you're capping A, this is going to be where you want to be looking for. There's a door here, you know, they can see you. But oh, that's nice actually. I've never even seen this, but you're kind of sheltered from this thingy here until they move forward, and obviously, yeah, this is awful. It's the first kind of thing that I've ever done like this, so please forgive me if I'm making a terrible cock up of it. But yeah, and then obviously A is there, and you need to kind of watch out for all these people coming through here, coming from I think it might be B down there, which is that bottom spawn's kind of native flag, I think, as far as I'm aware anyway. Another place that you need to watch out for is people love, you know, it's Modern Warfare 3, what would it be without people sitting in corners where you can't see them? They actually love, is that, never mind, I thought that was like a guy holding his, and yeah, that's what I thought. That was incorrect with me. But yeah, it wouldn't be Modern Warfare 3 if there wasn't campers, and this map is no exception, really. There is a lot of campers in this map. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That stairway leads to where we've just come from. Did I mention the blowing up car? I did mention the blowing up car, because this is where they come from anyway. These stairs, I don't really see these stairs getting used all that much in Team Deathmatch. Maybe Domination, because B flag's there. I think it's B. Please forgive me if I'm getting the flag letters wrong, but, you know, it's a flag all the same. One thing that I'd watch out for, if you're trying to cap this flag down here, people often go prone in these bushes. They often put sentry guns in there because they're buggers to take out. People always kind of stand up here, or even just kind of head glitch here. You know, the flag's right there, and as well as that, people absolutely love going prone on here and picking you off as you're coming out of this little alleyway and down this street here. There's not really a way to combat people coming from that way, but there's definitely a way to combat people up here. And what I like to do when I'm capping the flag is, I should have really put myself in domination for this just to show you, but if you go prone here, you're hidden from these guys, but obviously you're going to have to, you can kind of keep a watch out on these two areas anyway, so it's not a big deal. And as well as that, my only other cap spot is, because this like back here is too far, but I'll say camping, but hiding behind this tree works a treat as well. Obviously they can't see you, all you've got to do is kind of back up and then kind of pop them out of the spot. And as well as that, you know, if you're watching that way, you can kind of see anybody, but they've not really got any view of you whatsoever there. The same goes for this, really. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of people here, sentry guns here, which are a pain to take out, kind of camping on the edge. You don't really see them, but obviously, you know, they do it. They do it, and it's a pain in the arse, but they do it. Yeah, another passageway that I'll kind of round this off with now, or at least round the outside edge of the map off with anyway. There's still a few middle bits that I want to get to. But this passageway, I really do not see this passageway getting used all that much. And you die if you jump off there, just to let you know. But yeah, this is usually a pretty decent opening route for people who are spawning on the other side. I often get taken out by this. But people, other than the starting routes, people don't usually use this, as far as I know. By all means, you may have been in games where people are just like sitting in here, but I've never been in a game where this is a high traffic area anyway. So anyway, if we move across to here, we'll ignore this for the time being. We'll always use these stairs because, you know, it's a lot more enclosed than walking down a street, and if you run down there, it's a bit silly of you, really. But yeah, this kind of nicely leads us on to A flag, or C flag in fact. And this is where you spawn. You spawn here if you yeah, you spawn there if you're going on domination anyway. The flag's pretty much located right in the middle of this, so you have very little to no cover, to be honest. So if you kind of know where the enemy's coming from, your best bet is to kind of sit on the edge of these benches, watch that stairway. You can sit on the edge of this bench, watch that stairway, watch that passage, and there is a nice little hidey hole back here, which I absolutely hate. I've never actually used it, but I've been caught out by it a few times just because I forget it's there. And then finally, this one here, I suppose you could probably watch people, you know, coming through from there and, you know, around here and up the stairs and possibly down the street maybe, I don't know. But this is probably going to be one of the harder flags to cap if once it's already capped. So yeah, let's move on. That pretty much leads up to where we spawned, so I won't go up there. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the map, guys. This passageway leads up to where I threw the grenade at the start of the map, so feel free to hang around that area, but if there's enemies coming up there, you're not going to last there for too long, so always keep moving. That's the only thing that I can suggest with this map. Constantly keep on your feet. It's a really fast-paced map, and you will soon run into somebody. Well, somebody will soon run into you if you stand in the same place for more than a few seconds. As you can see, there's 1,000,001 stairs in this. This basically leads over to where that car was before. I'm not going to go down there. Another place that isn't really populated all that much, I suppose, is down this general area. I never really see, other than the occasional few people, I've seen a couple of people who kind of like to hide back behind the van on Search and Destroy, but that's pretty redundant because there's no bombs at all anywhere near there on Search and Destroy, so shame on you. Well, other than that, this general route isn't really all that populated, I don't think. Again, call me wrong, but the games that I've played, not many people use this. And then finally, this kind of, you know, that's where the car is, right over there. And And then finally, yeah, this kind of just leads us around all the way. That's A flag there. And again, you need to watch your back if you're going to be standing there for too long. But arguably, this is probably going to be one of the better spots in the map, because you got a nice little head glitch going on there. As long as you've got your headset on and a tactically placed claymore, or in fact a motion sensor like there, so you're watching back alley and that little bit, that'd be pretty interesting. That'd probably work out quite well for you. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Like I said, I'm not really one for giving tips, but I've tried to give you the best tips that I can. And again, corner campers and corner campers and corner campers. This map is just a home for them, really. They absolutely love it. And then, in fact, I wouldn't really say this is corner campers, but this is where I like to call my kill streaks in. It's nice to go prone down there. And has that been 10 minutes already? That is terrible. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was pretty much the map, if I'm honest. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to see this when the next map pack comes out, I will try and do it a little bit sooner than I did this one, because as far as I know, the map packs are coming out on the PlayStation in 20 days. I suppose it's time enough to do it. So yeah, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's move on to the next map. Let us move on to the next map. I am going to go to bonus maps. There we go, and Liberation, which is a large park in New York, apparently. And if you're a fond user of the sniper rifles, this map, guys, this map is for you. Do not get me wrong. It's got some really close quarters areas, so you're gonna be wanting to using those FMG9 Akimbos. And if you do use those, I hate you. Oh god, again, this isn't the spawn that I want. How do I change spawn? There we go. And there we go. Okay, so this is my preferred spawn. I'm not going to go into the flags on this because I can't really remember where they are. In fact, I can kind of remember. I can't remember where the flag up here is, I'll say that much. I don't want to be giving you false information, so I won't. But yeah, my favourite opening route, especially for Team Deathmatch, is get my sniper rifle, stand up here. A lot of people come from that way behind the van, and a lot of people come from over the bridge over there. And there's generally just a ton of places that people just come at you, really, and it's crazy. But this is my favourite opening spot anyway. I've not really got one for the other side. That's why I always I feel at home kind of staying on this side. So anyway, let's move on. In fact, there's a flag here. I think this is this side's flag. One thing that you've got to make sure there's not really any cover for this other than this tree. Both sides, depending on what side the enemy is coming from. One thing that I would always make sure is to watch down there, because that's a pain in the arse for people. I'd like to actually mention, not many people come out of that bit. I'm not going to lie, not many people do, unless you're playing domination anyway, and that's usually to kind of stop people from capping flags. So anyway, let's move on, because we don't want to hit the time limit. This is an absolute massive map as well, guys, just to let you know. Again, there's in fact, I tell you what, guys, this is a pretty good head glitching spot. It's not the best, but you always get a lot of traffic coming from around that area. It's not the best, like I said, but you can see over there as well, and a lot of people actually like to stand on them, well, not on them, but behind them, and you get quite a few nice little headshots there. And shame on them for doing it, because it's absolutely stupid to stand out in the open like that. Back in this general area, this is where I like to collect my care packages. I'm not going to go ahead and show you all the way back there, because it's just a wide open berth of land, and it's not necessary. Not many people go there. That's why I call them my care packages. Simple as that. This bridge, the bridge doesn't really get used. Again, this is just personal opinion. There's more land. This is just personal opinion, but the bridge doesn't get used all that much. More so, this sort of route does. A lot of people are going to be running in and out of there. That's where people like to go close quarters down there. It is really compact. It is really small, and you can get some really nice kill feeds if you've got your striker out in there. But yeah, this is where people like to stay. They kind of wait and watch for people to come out there. And if you go to the other side, you can kind of see under that other bridge, and a lot of people use that bridge more so than this one. I'll say that much. But anyway, let's move on. We've got 7 minutes. We don't want to go over. No siree. Anyway, so if we move around, This is the other spawn, I believe, for Team Deathmatch, and it's probably the other spawn for Domination as well. This, again, I occasionally see people with snipers because they've got a decent vantage point from, quite a few places. B flag, is that B flag? Yeah, I believe that's B flag over there, so obviously you can kind of knock people off B. I don't know if you can see A. I suppose you could actually get a lucky shot off from A, because that's the tree that we like to hide behind, shoot to the side of it. That's a lucky kill on A. I've never tried that, by the way, guys. You mad, bro? I've never even seen that before. That's pretty cool. Anyway, and then again, I'm not too sure. I think that's C flag. That could be A flag or C flag. I don't know. But C flag is over there. It's kind of behind these little sandbags. But yeah, again, rock impacts. You might get a lucky kill. I don't know. I see a lot of people kind of standing around this general area. Who's that handsome guy? Shoot in the face. Yeah, I see a lot of people kind of standing behind these boxes. It's a waste of time, guys. Nobody comes back here. I suppose a few people do, but for the sake of getting 1 to 2 kills a game and not dying once, it is really not. There's no point. Again, here's the flag that you want to be capping. I suppose depending on where where the enemy is coming from, well, I suppose all you want to do is kind of, corner in here. It's not really the best of spaces. But if they're coming from that way, you can kind of get a decent shot on them. One thing that I was kind of disappointed about was you can't jump on these. There could be like a T Martin jumps and spots area on these, but I've not found one yet. But obviously it would have been nice to watch down that package. Package? Oh my god, passage. I suppose you could throw a grenade down there if you wish, or if you want to just get lucky, impact, and boom, you could kill somebody. It wouldn't be a Modern Warfare 3 game without these little turrets being put in at some point. Modern Warfare 3 game, an Infinity Ward game. By all means, I've found these pretty useless, unless people are coming from B flag, which is kind of over there somewhere. But again, I wouldn't really use it all that much. There's another turret like that over near A flag, I believe. Well, that could be A flag, C flag, I don't know. You know what I mean. One spot that's kind of like a cool little place to play around on is kind of up here, I suppose. I very rarely get kills up here. If you want to camp behind this cone, B flag is over there. But other than that, it's not really all that impressive. As far as I know, you can't get up there. I've not tried, really. I don't know if you can jump on this corner bit. No, you can't. But yeah, other than that, I suppose that's just a novelty area hiding behind there. I suppose you can get some decent lines of sight through those little gaps, but again, it's not really necessary, I don't think. Not to get up there, not every game anyway. Maybe if you want to go for a 360 no scope for the final kill cam, that could be a little bit different, but yeah. Like I said, guys, B flag is hit. There's not really that many decent places to cap it. Obviously, you're going to want to go, if you can go prone, you want to go prone there if you're coming from that way. And I think you can still cap the flag going prone there. Unfortunately, you can't stand underneath it and cap it, which I would have thought that you would have been able to do so, considering the glitch on, I think it's lockdown. It's not lockdown at all, it's resistance. And it's not resistance, it's the other one. The one with the trains in it. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Again, these passages are quite kind of, well, these little down areas are kind of widely used by sniper rifles. Like I said before, there's always people like little trolls under the bridge, and that's all they ever do all game. They'll just go prone here or crouch here, make themselves as small as possible, and then pick you off as and when you're going through. But we're not going to get into that. I'm sure each and every one of you will find your own little ways. Again, that little way down there, I've never seen anybody coming through there, and I'm not going to go through there either. This is the passage towards the flag. You can go both ways here. What I like to do is, if I'm coming towards this area and I kind of run into somebody, if you run around here, they generally get a bit confused and you can pull them off, pick them off like that. I suppose this area here would be another care package area. So pretty much either side of this little trench area. So if you go all the way down, all the way through, these are your ideal care package calling locations. One spot that I've had quite a lot of success with is, I don't want to say that I'm camping, but kind of hanging around this general area. A lot of people use this back way. You can see over there. This is you know, there's a couple of spawns back here as far as I know. People like to come from that way. They like to come from that way, and it's just a general, you know, like I said, you've got a decent view of the whole map, and it's quite unbelievable to think of, but this whole stretch of land here, people actually think it's smart to run through it, and you know, it's not hard just to go, oh hey, drag and kill. You know, it's that easy. This is a really fun map to snipe on, even if you are terrible with the snipers, because you're not going to be finding people going like that, managing to get like one-hit kills on you without even looking down the scope. You know, I'm not one of those guys. I really wish I could do it. Don't get me wrong. I've never tried to jump on here before. That'd be interesting. Unfortunately, not. That would have been pretty interesting to see like over that bush or something. That'd be pretty cool. Unless you can jump on it. No. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on because we've got a minute left. I just got a text. Yeah, I'm gonna not read that. Anyway, not many people come back here unless they're actually spawning back here. We've got 50 seconds left, so I'm gonna round it off by going into this area. Like I said, this is where we spawned before, so we don't need to go back down there. This is probably the most close quarters part of the map that you're going to get, which is the underground area. It's quite big, but very compact at the same time. That explosion, I thought it was a person. I was like, what's going on? Like I said, there's another turret there. This is ALC flag around here, so always watch yourself. There's a lot of people who camp on that tree as well. It's not very smart, but they do it. So like I said, if you get your striker out here, this is the area with the bridge campers. You know, all you've got to do is kind of spray your striker or whatever gun that you want to use, really, your SMG, and you can pick off a lot of people. A lot of people will come back for revenge kills as well because they get mad. They really do get mad. And don't get me wrong, guys, corners, always check corners because they're a pain in the arse in this map. I think I covered most things. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will. I'll be doing this for every map, probably the day they come out now, just for the people who don't have Elite and those who are on PlayStation. Oh, yawning. That was a lot of talking for me. I'm not used to talking. Well, in fact, I'm used to talking. I've got a big mouth. I'm not used to talking for that long in such, no gaps, really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope that was informative. And let me know if you would actually like to see more of these maps. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.